Welcome back, everybody. My name is Tank. Today, I want to discuss with you guys the price action for Cosmos. Now, I'm going to go into some detail about some very confusing things, so stick with me, guys, because I'm going to let you guys know my opinion about where it is and where it might be going in the short to near future. Now, just for reference, we're starting off on the 4-hour time frame, and as always, I am using Market Cipher as my primary oscillator and indicator tool. The first thing I want to point out to you guys is the current price. We're trading for $37.63. All in all, we're not doing too bad. Let's stick with Market Cipher A, which is the top section of the charts here. Let me show you guys the TA that I have charted. Now, the reason why I want to go over recent price action is because we got to understand what it did so we can understand where we are and where we might be going in the future. So let's backtrack a little bit and talk about what we did. So if we zoom out a little bit, ever since about, let's see, July 19th, July 20th, we had about a 400% run up for Atom's price. We came all the way up to about $44.90, give or take. That was a 402% run up. Since that high, we actually just ping-ponged within this triangle pattern, consolidating in a very bullish way, mind you, for about a month or so, a little bit over a month actually. While we were ping-ponging within support and or resistance, we were actually creating a very big level of support. And you can see that by pulling out the VPVR wall. The VPVR wall is just a really easy way for people to see or get a pretty good clue of where support is. Obviously, the more of these candles or lines jet out on the right side here, you can see that's where price action was. So we have a really, really big level of support right here. This, in fact, is the furthest it jets out on the VPVR wall. Now, there is a big gaping section down here because we basically just flew past all of that. But right now, we have a very big level of support, and we've just been consolidating very bullishly within that level on the VPVR wall. Now, let me go ahead and take that off for you guys so we can get back into the charting. So if I zoom back in on the charts, you can see, like I said, we were consolidating for a little bit over a month until we got to about here, which was October 18th. When October 18th came around, we slowly started making our way to the upside. Now, what happened while we were making our way to the upside is we actually started ping-ponging between a different level of support and resistance, and that is this ascending triangle pattern here. Now, if you guys don't know what ascending triangle patterns usually bring, it usually brings us breaking down to the downside. Fortunately for us, we actually broke to the upside right around here on October 24th. And when we broke to the upside, we broke up violently to the upside, giving us about a 30% gain. And since that gain, we came back down because you guys know with every pump, there's a dump. So we came up about 30% and then we came back down about 15%. What we did was we tested the 50 EMA because you can see it wick down here, but the majority of the body of the candles sticked on this ascending triangle patterns resistance line, flipping it into support, rallying, coming back down, testing it yet again, rallying, and we were doing really, really well, keeping that level of support. And then what happened was option traders came into play. Now, if you guys don't know, the most recent option expiry was probably the most important option expiry ever recently. And what I mean by recently was just yesterday, because today is the 1st of November. Just yesterday, Bitcoin closed on the monthly time frame, its highest level or highest price ever. Bullish. Bullish not only for Bitcoin, but for the entire crypto space. Now, Bitcoin option traders that were bearish were doing their best to push the price down because they couldn't get the price down before Friday's options expiry happened. And what they're going to have to do is either eat the loss entirely or push the price down to a level where they feel at least somewhat acceptable and then rebuy those positions at a higher price point, covering their bearish option trades. So that's what currently happened throughout the weekend. We saw that happen. We cut through. This was once a level of support. We cut through that. We cut through the 50 MA. We cut through our bottom level of support on this ascending triangle pattern, wicked down to the 200 EMA. And once we wicked down to the 200 EMA, we bounced off that, bringing us back in to two patterns now. Again, this ascending triangle pattern, we're back into it. And while we were going through price action previously, we started forming a descending triangle pattern. Now, if you guys don't know, descending triangle patterns usually break to the upside. So it's kind of mixed and matched right now with signals. We have one pattern in play, which is a bearish pattern. We usually break downwards from here. And then we have another pattern, which is bullish at play as well. And we're sitting right at the top of this bullish pattern testing resistance. I do think, guys, if we can come up here in the next couple of hours or so and flip this line and break above it, the likelihood of us getting above again on this ascending triangle pattern gets higher and higher. Now, don't front run things because I said there's mixed signals right now just based on the simple TA charting that I have. Right now, it's kind of up in the air on what we're going to do. But in my opinion, if we can flip this resistance line right here and break through it over the next couple of hours, we will more than likely catch momentum, break through this, which was once resistance, flip it much like we did back here, guys, and on our way we'll go. That's what I think will happen if we can maintain ourselves. Let's go ahead and take a look at Market Cipher B and see what everything is showing us down here. Now, if you guys don't know, Market Cipher B houses the RSIs and the momentum waves. The RSIs are lagging indicators, so do with that what you will. But right now, on the 4-hour time frame, they're clearly pointing back up on Market Cipher B. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the other things that we can see on Market Cipher B. Throughout all that volatility throughout the weekend, the other bullish thing that I see is we were able to maintain positive money flow with the momentum waves, guys. That's bullish. Throughout all of that effort that those bears had, we were actually able to maintain positive money flow on the momentum waves. You can also see it down here on the bar. That's a really bullish thing. Now, another thing that happened was we were actually able to create on the 4-hour time frame a pretty good anchor. We came down here and touched the 60 line, which is always a good place to touch to find exhaustion with selling pressure. Once we touched it, we started seeing things turn around and we started coming back up. Now, we did have some mixed signals. We had a buy signal, then we had a sell signal, then a buy signal. Right now, momentum's on our side. We are pushing back up, but give it time, guys. Like I always try to tell you, don't front run things. Be patient. Let the market tell you what it wants to do, and then base your positions on what the market's telling you. We still have about 3 hours and 21 minutes for this current 4-hour candle to confirm. Again, I do suspect if we actually break through here, which is our current resistance level on this descending triangle pattern, I think we'll catch enough momentum to break through this current other resistance level on this ascending triangle pattern, and then off we'll go, seeing higher price points. That's what I have right now. Be patient. I'm telling you guys, patience gets rewarded in this game. Realize profits while profits are there. As you guys can see, they can be taken from you as quickly as they were given. With that being said, peace.